dear Capricorns. We're going to do a reading today to see what's going to happen from March 1st to March 15th. Let's see what the cards tell us. This is so exciting, my dear friends. Knight of Cups, we have the Empress. Oh my God, such wonderful cards from the very beginning. And traveling somewhere, Two of Wands. Yes, my goodness. So definitely we see that you're going to be in good hands, so to speak, right? You're going to be traveling somewhere. You're going to have a wonderful partner next to you. You're going to have... You're going to have emotional stability. You have someone who listens to you, who is logical, who is emotionally compatible with you, dear Capricorns. And you have the Empress, one of the powerful cards out there. The Empress represents connecting to yourself, connecting to the beauty, connecting to expression, and connecting to the nature, right? So someone that's going to be really in tune with abundance. You're going to be absolutely victorious. You're going to need to relax. You need to maybe go on vacation somewhere. Maybe that's going to happen with your Knight of Cups. But we definitely see absolute success. We see that you're planning to go somewhere that will bring you the first steps to creating something beautiful. Maybe it is a beginning of new things in your life. Maybe it's a honeymoon phase for many of you Capricorns. Maybe you're going to go away with your significant other on a vacation, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a very good thing for you. I'm excited that it looks like, it could be a vacation. It could be starting something new, maybe relocating someone new. But based on these cards, I do see positive things that you wanted to have, which is maybe traveling somewhere with someone that you wanted for a while. That will come into fruition. You're going to have the strength. You're going to have, oh my God, Queen of Cups, my dear Capricorns. And the Temperance. So yes, higher Arcana cards here, like 3 higher Arcana cards here. The strength, yes, you have internal strength, and the Queen of Cups gonna give you that strength. A water sign, my dear Capricorn, someone in your world who's a water sign, Cancer, Scorpios, right? You need to be very in tune with this woman. You will be very connected on this higher psychic, internal, emotional level. But you also need to take kind of a point in your life to reevaluate things, to kind of like evaluate and be patient. I address whether you should spend all your energy on one particular task. Just kind of evaluate the situation, take your time with it, and you will have the strength to overcome any challenges that comes your way. This is such a wonderful beginning, my dear Capricorns. What else do the cards tell us? Well, you're definitely working on some ideas, something that haven't come to fruition yet, but it will, and you will be celebrating. You will be celebrating these new beginnings, this financial venture, maybe a new job opportunity, maybe passing an exam. You're definitely very happy and ambitious in having this particular situation addressed and resolved. You're having that energy. Page of Pentacles represents very energetic, motivated ideas that come together. And again, Ace of Wands is one of the best cards also out there because it represents, again, a higher energy to making things happen. You want things to happen. You want to be successful. And of course, a new beginning, following your instinct to start something new. And guess what, my dear Capricorns? It will be victorious. You will be celebrating. You will be celebrating whatever venture that you started. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be so happy. It's going to be definitely a pause to relax, a pause to celebrate whatever that you were thinking about, whatever that you wanted. You need to really take the moment and kind of get away and celebrate what you do have. These are such exciting cards. I'm so excited for you. I'm going to take cards from a different deck. Okay, just to get a little bit more depth into your situation. But again, I see King of Cups. I'm sorry, and we see here yes, we do see a lot of things that's happening here that are positive. But you do have to think about how you're going to go about the future. Certain things are not quite clear, so you need to take the time to get clarity. You need to take the time to evaluate your life. You need to evaluate what's been given to you, because there might be certain things that aren't necessarily in your best interest, and that needs to be really evaluated. Perhaps you're spending energy where you should not be spending energy, and that in itself is not necessarily a good thing. We have here the situation where you're maybe in distress about someone maybe not being quite honest with you, maybe in distress because this individual is not really completely open with you, maybe certain disagreements that you had, because here we have 5 of swords that indicate some kind of conflict that you're not really certain about, and that conflict may have happened with this particular King of Cups. But do not worry, all will be well. You're going to overcome this. You're going to come to a point in your life where all of these things that were in the way will no longer even be something relevant to you, my dear Capricorn. You're going to be at this point in your life where you're going to say, you know what? Whatever conflict I had with this individual, I have the strength, because remember, you had the strength come to you here. Where was it? Over here, the card Strength. Just remember, you had the strength come to you. And whatever disagreement that you are dealing with, it doesn't serve you. You don't need to worry about, because you also have the power to overcome it. You have the power to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, listen to what can happen internally in your world, and it will come to fruition. We also have the card here that represents the star. The star is such a beautiful card. Look at this card. That represents kind of taking things in, taking the situation, reevaluating it, having a new outlook, a new way of looking at the situation, new faith, maybe a faith in yourself, and you will be the star in the situation. The outcome is going to be personal growth. You're going to be very strong, and in itself, you're going to be maybe a star in whatever that will come from this challenge with a King of Cups. So maybe it's a boss that you were having an argument with, or maybe a challenging conversation, and you had to kind of prove yourself and your point of view. Maybe it's your family member, a father, grandfather, uncle that you had to deal with, and you're finally found a new way of dealing with the situation. But overall, you're going to be able to find the strength and internal psychic energy that will help you to overcome any challenge that will come your way. My dear Capricorn, I'm going to use a fortune-telling deck. It's a French fortune-telling deck right here, and I want to see a little bit more what's going to happen. Great fortune. I mean, look at this, my dear Capricorns. Great fortune coming your way. So yes, don't worry. Don't worry about finances, but be concerned about someone who may be not necessarily honest with you about who they are. You may be thinking about someone, dear Capricorns, but they're not necessarily who they seem to be. They're not necessarily the most honest people or the honest person in your life. So fortune is coming your way. You will be working very hard. You're thinking about someone in your life, but that person is not maybe completely honest with you. So whoever you are in a relationship with, maybe they're hiding something from you, or maybe some information did not come into light yet, and it's not quite, it's not going to make you necessarily thrilled when you will find out. So be very cautious, and you're going to work very diligently in regards to the project that you want to come to fruition, that you want to realize. But yes, be cautious of someone who you are admiring. As we see here, thoughts of someone that you're admiring and may not necessarily be the person that you think they are, which is very important. Let's see what's happening in your intimate world, in your love life. This is so exciting. Let's see what's going on. Yes, we see that there's going to be so I want you to pay attention to this. This is the Tower, and I'm going to just move this card away because this is one of the best cards out there. And this is a false person. And I just told you that be careful of someone who maybe not who they say they are. So from a fortune telling deck, we had a false person that you're infatuating about. You think they're great, you think that they're really on point, but they're not. So you will find out definitely about them. If it's a new relationship, my dear Capricorns, I do encourage you to I'll just move the cards like this. I do encourage you to really think it through, think things through before jumping into something more serious. If it's a long-term relationship, my dear Capricorns, be cautious of this individual in your life, your significant other, maybe hiding certain things, because I do see the end of certain situation. I do see that you're going to be kind of looking into the future. You're going to have communication with several people. You're going to communicate with, again, King of Cups. So maybe a King of Cups is the one that you should be worried about. Maybe you should be concerned about this individual. So I do encourage you for sure to take the time to evaluate your feelings, to evaluate how much you're putting into it, and if it's a fair relationship. For those of you, my dear Capricorns, who are not in a relationship, but you're just dating or want to date someone, be cautious for someone maybe deceiving you. Don't rush into anything that may not necessarily serve you. I'm just going to pull another card because I want to see how it all ends for you, or how you will resolve it. And do not worry. Page of Wands represents, again, inspiration, desire, decision, movement. I do encourage you to believe in yourself and believe what's the best situation for you. Because sometimes we think the situation is great. We think that, oh, everything is fine, but you need to be passionate about your ideas, what's good for you. And we do see that sometimes we rush into a situation and we want it to come to fruition, but the person that we want it with is not necessarily the best compatible to what we want. So take your time. Do not rush. Overall, I see, my dear friends, here that you're going to have financially great fortune. I mean, this is one of the best cards. So you're going to have, I'm just going to take this card and cover it like this so that instead of the Tower, which may come still, it's a shift of ideas, a shift of knowing something, the end of something, but also a beginning of new. So sometimes we need the old to end, and end violently, and I don't mean physically violently, I mean energy violently, in order for something wonderful to come, and something wonderful will come. Absolutely, it will. So do focus, dear Capricorns, on the health and wealth of what's about to come rather than the negativity. And prepare yourself that any kind of challenge, any kind of information, it could be, especially if it's not the best information or news that you find out, it could be a blessing in disguise, because without something bad, we won't find out what's really good. So we have the ability to actually find out something wonderful, and it will come for you. I wish you all the best, my dear Capricorns. Please let me know how this works out in the comment section, and I look forward to seeing you on my channel. Bye-bye for now.